is the Tesla Model 3 Long Range, the $50,000 discontinued car from Tesla. In today's video, we'll be taking a deeper look into this car. We'll be going for a test drive. We'll be going over the inside and all the details. As you guys can see, it has a nice pink wrap to it. A lot of features went into this model. This is our personal model. Blacked out the wheels as well as pink brake calipers. And we're gonna go ahead and take a deeper look inside. Starting off with the back, it has custom pink seat covers. Of course, we needed to go with the black mats, followed all the way through to the front of the vehicle, as well as black details all throughout the car with a nice tint. What the back is looking like. We also have this compartment right over here. On my channel right now, we are going through a series where we are going to be test driving each and every single Tesla. We have already done the Model Y. I loved it. If you missed that video, check it out right here. Right now, we have the Model 3. Following the Model 3, we have the S and the X. We're gonna take this car for a drive. I'm gonna give you guys my honest thoughts on this vehicle and whether or not this car is for you. So the Model 3 comes in many different versions. You have the standard range, you have the long range as such. That is currently discontinued and not available for purchase, and we have the performance. The performance I haven't tried personally, but if it's anything like the Y, it is definitely a fun car. For the standard range, I tend to not recommend standard range vehicles for Teslas just because the miles that you get are a lot less. With Teslas, you only use 80% of the battery for daily use. So if this car has 300 miles available when you charge up, you're only going to be using 240 miles. And anything less than that is just going to decrease. So I don't know how much the standard range has, but let's say that it has 200 miles. You only have 160 miles to work with. So just keep that into consideration. So now that we've taken a deeper look at the vehicle, you guys can see the color, you can see the car. Let's go ahead and hop on this drive. One great thing about Teslas is that you can control a lot of the car from this dashboard, this screen right here, as well as your phone. So if I want to lock the car, you can go ahead and do that. You can pop the trunk, you can open the charge port. As you guys can see, if you look in the mirror, watch that. As you can see, the charge port just closed. Right over here, you can see that the trunk is open. I'm gonna go and tap the screen and it will close right now. And that's one thing that I love about this car. Another thing that I personally love about Teslas is how easy it makes your life. And I recommend if you're considering to purchase a Tesla, make it as convenient as possible. Have access to a charger at where you live, whether that's an apartment or your home. Consider getting one installed, because if you can get the charging down, this will definitely be a car that makes your life easy. Now that we've done what we need to, let's go ahead and reverse and get this drive going. So one great thing about Teslas is most definitely the feel. As you guys can see, we got a Ferrari in the front of us. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and catch up to it. And indeed, we have. So I think one of the best things about the Model 3 is this: it's 0 to 60 is very quick, even with the long range model not being performance, and it can pretty much keep up with any car, and it's extremely responsive. If you're coming from a car that has a lower value, one issue that you'll probably run into is the fact that cars just tend to be a little bit less responsive than you would like. Again, car is super responsive, super quick. It can keep up with any vehicle. I've been driving the Model 3 for a while now, and I can honestly say that it's one of my favorite cars to drive. The only issues that I have driving this car is that if you're, on the taller side, you might run into issues. Always having to be conscious and careful of the fact that since it is a smaller car, less head clearance on this side. The car handles really well whenever it comes to, you know, turns. It's very responsive. Brakes are fantastic. And overall, I just think that it's a very easy car to use. It's very safe as well. Not really worried about a lot whenever you're driving this car. I think it's fun. It makes driving easy, and it's very enjoyable. I'm 5'11". I got pretty long legs, and I have great room right here. But again, the issues that I was mentioning is that coming in and out of the car can be a slight issue. Another thing as well goes with the trunk. It is not a hatchback, so there's not as much space. So if you have groceries and you put them deeper in the trunk and you have to like go in the trunk to grab them, be very careful on the way back out because you can easily hit your head. Not a hatchback, so it only goes up about this tall, meaning that if I'm not paying attention, I can just go ahead and just clip my head. Also, the one pedal drive is amazing. I'm going to explain it for those of you guys who might not be able to conceptualize it. So with a traditional gas powered car, whenever you let off the acceleration, when you let off the gas, you feel like this instant like jerk back, almost like the car is starting to reduce its speed. Imagine that, but like tenfold. So it's almost as if as you're letting off the acceleration, it's just starting to brake slowly. That's the regenerative braking that they have. Teslas convert the energy that it was using to make the car accelerate and move forward. It takes that energy and it converts it and makes the car slow down. So it puts it in the exact opposite direction. So you really only have to use the brake when it's more of like an emergency. You need to instantaneously drop. As you can see, there are two cars in front of me. If I needed to stop right on the dot, I would go move to the brake. But as you guys can see, my foot has not left the acceleration and we've already come to a complete stop. So right now we're going to head back. I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the vehicle, and we are going to have a soft pull. So hang tight. We're going to test the speed of the car. Nice pull in 3, 2. Nah. The way the car just pulls you into your seat and takes off is crazy. If you ain't a coffee drinker, just hop in a Tesla, smash on the acceleration. When you go and test drive this car, whenever you go ahead and purchase this car, let me know if it really is what you expected it to be. Well, it's your boy Chris Alia, aka CEasy, and I'm out.